The McDonald's All-American list came out. The Cats have 2, but could they have 3? We will discuss that today on the Wildcats Today podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Stefaniak, writer and editor over at Wildcats Today, joined as always by my co-host, Carson Nash. Carson, I heard you rushed home from work to do this. How's work been today? Good or bad?
It's been good, but anytime I can get a lunch break to come talk about the Cats, I will.
Okay. That is good. I mean, I was a little worried that maybe you were cutting work. I'm glad you're on a lunch break. I was going to have to call and tell your mom. She'd be mad at you. But we want to tell y'all that if you missed the South Carolina preview, that is the video previous to this one. So folks here, hey, we want to hear about the South Carolina game coming up this evening. That preview is the video before this one, so go check that out. But let's get straight into it, Carson. The McDonald's All-American teams came out. Jayden Quaintance was on it. Boogie Fland was on it. Somto Cyril was ineligible for it. Billy Richmond was snubbed. Travis Perry is probably ranked not quite high enough. What are your thoughts on those statements?
Well, yeah, so the diamond of this class is definitely Jayden Quaintance. He's a 6'10", do-it-all big. He reminds me a little bit of Trey Mitchell, the way he can approach the game, but he's a lot more athletic and can probably dribble the ball a little bit better. And not to mention, you get 2 years out of that kid when he gets here. So he's definitely the diamond of the class. But Boogie Fland committed to us over Indiana. And honestly, it was a little bit of a shocker.
I agree.
No one was really 100% sure where he was going, but he's a stud. He's a 6'3" guard. He can create for himself. He's going to fit right in with this new offense that we have, guards that can beat people up the dribble or create their own shot. He's a perfect fit for this class, and it's good to see that he made it. He well-deserved for him. But the Billy Richmond thing, I thought he should have made it. There's a couple people on the list that he could have been in over. Me and you actually got to witness him play live last year when we went to Kentucky State to watch DJ and Aaron and all them play against they played a prep school. But during that game, me and you were talking, we thought he honestly looked a little bit better than DJ at times. Now it was one game, so we can't really take much from that, but he's a wing. He's around 6'7", 6'8". He's a do-it-all guy. He's a hustle guy, and he plays great defense, and he lets his defense lead into offense. So he's definitely someone to watch. I thought he should have made it, but yeah, they didn't seem that way. So unfortunately, he didn't make it.
I'm with you on that. All that. Yeah, Quaintance is going to be a great player. He's going to be a star, and he's an interesting type of big man because he's not 7'2" like some of the big men on this current Kentucky team. He's 6'9", 230 pounds. So the Trey Mitchell comp was a great. If you watch his highlight tape, it's a great comp there.
Yeah, Quaintance. He kind of reminds me, if you want to go to a higher ceiling comp, almost like a Paulo Banchero type of player.
Who can probably, you can argue, play the 4 or the 5.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's who Quaintance will be. I don't know if he'll be your back to the basket type of center. I think.
Yeah, his year 1 probably won't be Paulo, but his year 2 will probably be college Paulo.
Yeah, because y'all got to remember, folks, he's going to be young next year. He's going to be young because of the But yeah, Boogie Fland, I like his ability to do it all. I like that. I hate one-dimensional guards. I can only shoot. I can only pass. I can only take it to the rim. He is a 3D. He can take it to the rim. He can find open teammates for open looks, and he can shoot the basketball. So he's a great guard. Billy Richmond, as I said, as you agreed, Carson, he was snubbed, in my opinion. If you look at this list, there's a lot of players that Billy Richmond is better than on this list. And I look at it like it's a chip on your shoulder. It's all it is. So it's a chip on the shoulder. This stuff doesn't matter. It does and it doesn't. It's fun. It's fun to talk about it. But, it doesn't always end up mattering a ton.
No, we've had snubs in the past.
Exactly. And Somto Cyril, like we said, was ineligible. Travis Perry, just not ranked high enough, even though he is the state of Kentucky's all-time high school leading scorer. Would have loved to have seen a guy represent the Commonwealth in back-to-back years with Reed and Travis. But, Travis Perry, great young man. I got to talk to him. There's a video, actually, if you go further. It's the first video on our page of me talking to him and some of his highlights. So go check that if you haven't already.
Yeah, Travis Perry is he's a Reed comp, a
Yeah.
little underrated, but he does everything well. So
Yeah.
someone to watch for sure.
It's funny though. Travis is more of a 2 to me.
Yeah.
Reed can play the 1, and it was funny when I went to watch Travis play. I was like, okay, he can. I thought he was more of a 1 to a combo guard, more of 1. He's more of a 2. He's more of a run in circles until he gets an open shot kind of guy.
Yeah,
and he
but
does that well.
honestly, he's might be a better shooter than Reed. That kid can flat out shoot it.
But he handles the ball. I'm not saying he can't handle the ball. I'm just saying I think he's more of a natural 2, a little bit undersized 2.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, if you can shoot the basketball, you can shoot the basketball. I mean,
in our offense, it won't matter. The size won't matter.
So, Carson, to open this, I said Kentucky has 2 McDonald's All-Americans, but maybe they have 3. Why did I say that? Tell the folks.
Yeah, so Karter Knox is listed. He's actually on the other team opposing Jayden Quaintance and Boogie Fland. But Karter Knox was in town this past weekend. I actually saw him sitting behind the bench, and you did as well. But yesterday he picked up a crystal ball for the Kentucky Wildcats. He also was in attendance at the Kentucky-Louisville game, so he got to see both sides, a program falling apart and a program kind of coming back on the rise. So I think it should be an easy decision for him, especially after, unfortunately, we didn't land VJ Edgecombe. He went to Baylor, which was crazy. Than going to
I thought he was a Duke lock.
I did too. Up until that was a very big surprise because he was getting Kentucky rumors like a week before, and then it was all Duke, and then it was Baylor out of nowhere.
That one came out of nowhere. A lot of times, I feel pretty confident knowing where kids are going recruiting wise. I did not expect that one.
Yeah. But so I think that'll be a good piece to pick up. He's a stud. So yeah, that it could be a third one and it could be soon. He heard the things he wanted to hear this past weekend. His brother, of course, is an alumni. Kevin Knox, he was a stud here. So that doesn't hurt. They have a good reputation and a good friendship with Cal. And so I think it should be soon that he decides to commit to the Kentucky Wildcats. And there might be some more additions to the class, but I would assume those are going to be reclassifications. A little speculation on Darren Peterson. But as of right now, I'd expect Karter Knox to be the most recent commitment.
It's interesting, and I agree with you. I am predicting Kentucky to land Karter Knox. And it's interesting to me that Cal is back to these big old recruiting classes. Last year, was it just in 2022? Wasn't it just how many players? Was it just Kaysen? No, Chris Livingston. I forgot.
Yeah, Kaysen.
And Adu in Uganda. I forgot about that. But they were kind of, we didn't see them as ton. So it was really just Chris Livingston and Kaysen Wallace.
Yeah, but you see what Cal's doing more now. Cal is getting those lower ranked players like Adu and Hugo and keeping them around as solid depth pieces, which is very helpful, like a Travis Perry or what many thought Reed Shepherd to be, even though he's a lottery pick now. So
I completely forgot Chris Livingston was even a human being. I don't know why. He's
in the Bucks.
Yeah, no, I know, but I just it's so funny. It's like Kaysen was the guy on the team. It's like I just completely forgot Chris Livingston existed. That happens with one player each year. Like next year, I'll be like, oh yeah, that guy. Joey Hart. Oh yeah, but
especially someone who doesn't live up to the complete hype
that
they had going in.
Exactly. But so yeah, that's McDonald's All-American game. It's going to be on April 2nd in Houston, Texas. So a good opportunity to see definitely 2 cats, potentially 3. It's just a fun experience for these guys, and it's bulletin board material for a guy like Billy Richmond, which is a chip on your shoulder is never a bad thing. So
he's already from Camden. DJ and Aaron have big chips on their shoulders, so I can't imagine being snubbed from this. He's gonna have a big chip on his shoulder.
Exactly. I'm with you on that. Carson, anything else before we call this little bonus episode a day here?
Yeah, no. Cats play tonight against South Carolina, of course. Go watch our preview for that. It should be below this video. It was our last video. It'd be great to go see, and hopefully we get a big dub tonight. And hit
that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. we're growing, ladies and gentlemen, and it's all thanks to y'all. We really appreciate it. We want to make this channel something special and be here every day and really, really do this thing right. And we can't do it without y'all, and y'all are helping a ton. So we really appreciate it. Leaving comments, likes, subscribe, all helps us a ton. But that's going to do it for this little bonus episode talking about the McDonald's All-American game. Everybody have a great rest of your day today. Cheer on the Cats tonight. Big game. And we will break that ball game down on Friday. Everybody have a good one. We'll talk to y'all later.